All right, my name is Mike Seeley. This video is for CSC 240. A few things. I'm going to show you how to install Eclipse in this video and make sure your JavaFX works properly. As you kind of go through the class, I have, I think, 160 videos in Java, but it's on a Netbeans platform that I didn't realize it. It is, what's the date today? It's May 17th. I didn't realize it until the very end of this spring semester that the old version of Netbeans has kind of been taken out by Oracle. They had purchased Netbeans, and they no longer allow it to be open source. But they put in place this Apache version that's really hard to understand how to download, and so I think I'm going to switch to Eclipse. So the first thing you do, here's your site. Go to www.eclipse.org/downloads, okay? And we will just go down here and download it, okay? Now I've tested a few different times because this is kind of a pain, all right? So you might have to stop this video and watch certain sections over again, because this isn't the most intuitive thing on the planet, all right? So Eclipse, a couple things. You probably want to, okay, installation folder. You probably want to write that down. So I have, you want to definitely write this down. C M Seeley, Eclipse, Java 2022-2023. Okay, so you want to write that down where it's going to download, and I'll show you why in a little bit. There's a file in there that we're going to have to modify. In this, yeah, you can just keep that like that. So, oh, you know what? No, I don't need that. But yeah, definitely make sure you write down where the installation folder is. Okay, so you just click install. Make sure you do the IDE for Java developers. Go ahead and accept this. It's going to install. And again, I apologize, this will take probably a bit of time, but once we get it installed, then we're good for the semester. And just having a good foundation of how Eclipse works and how to set up projects will set you up for the rest of the semester. And then you can watch my other videos where I set it up using Netbeans. The code is going to be the same whether you use it on Netbeans or Eclipse. It's just Eclipse is a little bit different of a platform, and I think it's easier to install than the Apache version of Netbeans. So, and then again, I'm not redoing 160 something videos. When the code's the same, it's just a different platform. So. Okay, so launch. So the first time it launches, it should be okay. But there's something that's I was able to figure out earlier today. Just say launch. Just say use this as the default and do not ask again here. Just launch that. Okay, so you get this. Now I'm going to close this and then show you what I'm talking about. If it works, cool. If not, I can show you how to fix it. Eclipse is a bit more unstable, I feel like, than Netbeans was, and you know, maybe it's working now. All right, well, either way, if this does not work after you shut it down, the reason why I wanted you to copy that address, so if you go into your C drive and then users, mine was mseely5, and then down here in Eclipse, right here, so in this file right here, it added it this time. Okay, so I guess if you don't, there was an error that would pop up when you open it up a second time, and the error was this was not in this eclipse.ini folder. So your file basically looked like this before this vmargs. So in order to fix that, you need to do vm, and let me just show you the site that you know, let me show you the site where how to fix that if you're getting that error, because that was really annoying. Oops, I don't want any of this stuff. Exit drawing. Put that over there. So this right here was the code. So that's why I want you go to this program files, Java. Now let me try this real quick. I don't want to save that. It seems like it's working fine this time. So let's try program files, Java. We were doing this JDK. Let's try this one. And then bin. So the issue is with this, it wasn't running this java.executable file. So plug in code similar to this, and that file again is in users, you know, where we downloaded Eclipse, okay? And then in here, and it's this file right here. If you don't see, for some reason, it doesn't download that there and put that in this file for you, then again, just do this. And if it still doesn't work, we can do a quick WebEx, and I'll go through it. It's just this morning when I tried reopening, like I shut it down, tried reopening Eclipse, for whatever reason, when I tried opening it, it you know, it wouldn't allow me to open it, which means this eclipse.ini file didn't have those two lines in there for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, I didn't originally change it. Again, this is what I was kind of talking about with Eclipse being, it seems it's like it's a little bit more unstable for whatever reason, either during downloads or whatever, than like what I'm used to with Netbeans. Okay, so anyway, if you come up here, let's see this restore, back to this. Now we're going to now set up JavaFX. The last unit is JavaFX, and it was a huge pain this last semester trying to get every student on board, getting this to work properly. So hopefully this video will help and you don't have to run into that problem the last couple weeks of class. So the first thing we do is we click help and go to Eclipse Marketplace, and just in this find up here type FX and press enter. And we have this EFX Eclipse 3.7.0. We'll install that. Now this will allow you to set up a JavaFX. So we'll accept this. I accept. Say finish. This will install, allow you to do a JavaFX project. Now in the next video I'll just show you how to set up a few different projects, and I'll do it over and over again, and then you should be able to switch to my other videos. And again, when you're first learning how to program, the biggest issue is these IDEs and how they work, because they're all a little bit different. But once you get it set up, then it's just we can focus on the code. Okay. All right. So it's still installing this. I don't know what this is. See, again, that hasn't popped up in the past. Let's see if this works. I might have screwed something up. Other. Yeah, and there should have been some sort of. All right, let's try this again. There should have been a box that had popped up that allows you to restart, and then you can create a JavaFX project. But again, I've run this multiple times, and I've tested this out multiple times, and each time something a little bit different pops up, and I'm not really sure why. So let's do this again. Eclipse Marketplace. FX. Enter. Install. There's no license to renew. Either software does not specify. Okay, finish. It's kind of getting stuck at that 53% again, so I wonder if it's the same problem. I don't know. I would just say trust selected, I guess. Hopefully it just installs it here. There we go. Okay, now we should be able to restart, and now we can hopefully get a project going here. Okay, so again, this setup is only for JavaFX, but I want you to do it for the very first time you set this up, so you're good to go later in the semester. Okay. You'll have plenty of things to be doing then. You don't need to be worrying about fighting with this IDE, so get it set up the first time, and then we won't have to worry about it till the end. Okay, so there's a couple ways to do this. You can click File New and click Other, or you can just click down here and then click Other, and there we go. This time it works. So JavaFX, so we're going to create a JavaFX project, so we'll say Next. Alright, so we'll just call this one, I don't know, testing. Now what's weird is I do not ever want one of these module info.java files, so I'll uncheck it, but it will still create it for me. So I don't know why that is. It's a little bit annoying. So keep everything else here the same. Notice how your project is going to go into this workspace testing folder if you ever need to move things around. So I don't know, just say finish here. Okay, notice it creates this testing folder. If you go into source, see what I'm saying here? This module, you don't want the module ever. We'll have main in here. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to right click because this will screw things up. So I right click and delete it and it will be gone. Okay. Alright, notice we've got JavaFX here. We're actually going to move this here in a bit, but that's fine for now. Okay, so next up, alright, so let's see here. Next up, you're going to want to go to this gluonhq.com/product/JavaFX. Okay, so you'll need to go to this site and you'll scroll down here. Now, most people in these classes have Windows. These are for Macs. I don't have a Mac, nor can I test it. I think I could figure out how to solve your problems if you have a Mac, but you're going to want to download this SDK. Mine's a 64, so you'll just click download, and what that will do is it will create a zip folder for you wherever you download it. And so let me see here. I don't think, well, I'm gonna create my own folder in here called JavaFX. Okay, now I'm gonna download this thing real quick. Okay. Okay, I'm going to copy these folders, and I'm going to go back to that JavaFX folder, and I'm going to paste that stuff in there. All right, so that is now saved in there. So I can go back to here, and what I want to do next is I want to say window, then preferences, and up here in the search I'm going to type user, and I've got Java build path user library. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new library, and I'm going to call it JavaFX. Say okay, and then I'm going to what am I going to do? Add external jars. And now what you want to do is you want to go to that folder, that JavaFX folder, and where you see, I think it's, yeah, library. These are your jar files. Okay. I don't know why they're. So we'll say open, and what happens is your jar files get loaded in this JavaFX library that you created right here. So you'll say apply and close. Okay. If we open up main, this is what our main project looks like. And so there's still errors with JavaFX because the paths aren't correct, but we're getting close. So what we want to do is next we want to right click on our project. So right click, and we'll say build path, and then what? Configure build path. Okay. Let me see here. So we're going to choose libraries. All right. So first thing I want to do, I don't know why this gets put in the module path, but I'm going to click it and drag it down into here. Now, what should happen is I should see that there. Try this again. Right click, build path, configure build path, libraries. It's still there. I don't know why. I don't want it there. I want it under here. Either way, it doesn't matter. Click on the class path. Let's see here. So I want to add library, and from the user library, say next, and I want to check on that. Now this is the JavaFX with all those jar files that we installed in here. So we'll say finish. That'll get put in there. We'll apply it, and then apply and close. Okay, so now my errors go away, but if I run this thing, should have issues still. Okay, Java runtime components are missing and are required. Okay, so the last thing we need to do then is what? This green run button. Click the drop down arrow and say run configurations. And it should be on Java application main, but if not, you need to open it up and click the main, and you'll click on arguments, and then right here we will do what? Dash dash module dash path. Now this has to be exact, okay? And then see here. I think it's this. C JavaFX. All right, so I think here. Let me try one more thing. Users. I think that's it, but I need to. Yeah, this is it. Let's try this real quick. So user C JavaFX lib, and we'll click up here and we'll just copy this. Control C, and it needs to be inside these quotes. I think that's correct. If not, I'll go back and search and figure out. Then dash add dash modules space JavaFX dot controls comma JavaFX dot fxml. Okay, so let's apply this. Again, I think this is right, hopefully. Now make sure that this right here is a comma, not a period. Okay, so apply it. And run. Okay, it works. So this is your graphical user interface that pops up. Okay, so we know that you know, you'll be able to start coding away right here. You know, when we get to this section of the semester. So, but downloading it and setting up JavaFX is the biggest pain. For the next video, I'll show you guys how we're going to just create some basic files here. And programs, and then you'll be kind of set and ready to go. You can watch my other Netbeans videos with all the Java code in it, and it will be the exact same code. It's just we got to master and all get on the same page, and I think Eclipse is probably the best product for that right now. So anyway, video's done.